Cheers, cheers. Welcome to this new day, Wednesday. It's already getting a little bit dark outside of the window. And my new place, as you can tell, I am all the way in Chicago. I had to travel with my mom. She's been stuck with me in LA, and I've decided to accompany her and to help her to get safely home with wearing masks and gloves. And yeah, actually wasn't too bad. Very grateful for the people that still work and provide the service and risk their lives. But thanks to them, we were able to, I think, fly pretty safe. We got home, we took showers. I think we went a bit out there, but just to make sure that we are not carrying any viruses, and make sure that all bacteria has been cleared, and we're not getting anything from the airport or the airplane itself. But let's get back to today. So today I want to talk about two different things, and I'm not sure if I should start to talk about this two things. Number one, flying today just made me realize how we all are doing this little piece of the pie that somehow fits into the bigger, pie, and we are able to coexist in this thing called life. And it's funny that as most of us staying home right now, there's still a lot of people out there that are working every single day. I was talking about it, the flight attendants, the pilots, all the people that go, the TSA people, the police officers. There's still a lot of people that are basically every day showing up, and with or even without PPE, the personal protection gowns or face masks. And but I think that's part of the job. That's what they do, and they're still providing service. um, and then I started thinking again about even all the farm workers they have to go out there every day, and obviously they can be staying away, maintaining the 6 feet distance from another individual. But I was also thinking about the strawberry pickers or any field workers out there that a lot of times you don't really take the time to think about them. How are we getting the food? How is this being produced? And how is it going to be delivered? And there's so many people that contribute to our way of life. And number one, I want to say thank you. I'm not sure, if ever, anybody will be watching this, but number one, to all those people right now, that even people that, pack your groceries at Ralph's or at Jewel Costco or wherever you shop, or Trader Joe's. There are still people. It's like seeing thousands of, or maybe hundreds of people each day, and they're still do this so-called unimportant job, but that still unimportant job still serves a bigger purpose, and how we all kind of doing our part, and it's all creating this world as we know it. Where I'm going with this for two things. Number one, I'm really sad to hear today that Bernie Sanders has dropped out of the race. I understand why, but I'm very, very grateful because of some of the ideas, what he spread and what he talked about. He inspired millions of people, and I think there's a lot of people who are going to be interested and following their rights and trying to push certain ideas forward. And I really applaud that. And that could be something very simple as healthcare. You always hear stories how certain family members are lucky enough and they have health insurance. And I know personally there was time that I didn't have health insurance, and it was tough. And I'm still kind of middle-aged guy, middle class, quote unquote. But and I've worked all my life, but I still hear stories that people are still work hard and they're not insured. So I think it's, personally, I believe, number one, I want to say thank you to Bernie Sanders for pushing a lot of those progressive ideas forward, and I truly believe that we all should be insured. I think that's our right, and I think it will happen personally, I do not want to get political. This is not that kind of show. But what I want to get across is one thing. It was like how one individual was able to create an avalanche of ideas, concepts, and I think that will follow. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. But I today really I want to focus on one really cool passage is from the White Eagle. She speaks on behalf of a Hopi tribe. And I think I posted even something on my Facebook, and she's something really amazing that kind of moved me. And this is what she had to say. And she's talking about coronavirus or the pandemic. And she says this: this moment humanity is going through can be seen as a portal and as a hole. The decision to fall into the hole or go through the portal is up to you. If you repent of the problem and consume the news 24 hours a day, with little energy, nervous all the time, with pessimism, you will fall into the hole. But if you take this opportunity to look at yourself, rethink life and death, take care of yourself and others, you will cross the portal. Take care of your homes, take care of your body, connect with your spiritual house. When you are taking care of yourselves, you are taking care of everything else. Do not lose the spiritual dimension of this crisis. Have an eagle aspect, that from above, and see the whole, see more broadly. I don't know. There's something about it that you know how on the maps you can zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and you're getting this kind of microscopic little you know a little tiny road or map or your house, and you keep forgetting it'll be big, to be part of something larger and bigger. That could be our community, that could be our city, our country, our world. As we all know, it's like the world is getting smaller. At least that's our perception because we travel so much, or used to. But I really think we're all very, very much interconnected, and I think there's a lot of wisdom in that. And if using the map analogy, or the two fingers zooming in and zooming out. So as long as we kind of forget about ourselves sometimes and kind of zoom out and see where we are fitting in and how are we contributing, and we try to make a little difference, in our home and our neighborhood, try to contribute. I think the little bubbles start growing, and I earlier mentioned Bernie Sanders, how he started little community, and the community grew and grew and grew and grew. I think we have the same ability. Whatever the concept or political aspirations or religious aspirations we have, I think as long as we just kind of try to do our best within our community, our family, and we grow and build from there and go out there. I think that's the message. I'm kind of personally, understanding that what the White Eagle is trying to say. So hopefully that's helps a little bit. Sending hello all the way from Chicago, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And please let me know if anything that I'm sharing, talking about, is of any interest. Maybe it's even helpful. I would love to hear any comments. Let me know. Thanks so much. Talk to you tomorrow.